Let's just take stock for a few minutes, think about the events of the last 48 hours and assess perhaps how we ended up where we are with all the fallout that we now know about. Let's discuss with Joe Twyman, Head of Social and Political Research at the polling organisation YouGov. Joe, we should reflect first of all on YouGov's final poll, in fact, before the election, because I think you organisationally did think that we'd be looking at a hung parliament.
That's right. Over a week ago we published our first seat estimates using a new branch of data science to crunch our numbers, and it showed that a hung parliament was the most likely option. It's fair to say at that stage that that estimate was not met with universal acclaim, but in light of that, the data really didn't change, and that was I mean, as we know, during the campaign between then and election day, good things happen, bad things happen, and of course tragic things happen. And yet the overall finding remained the same, and so it certainly looked like it would be a possible option on election night.
That's interesting. Oh, in fact, yes, your point being that the poll was produced before the London Bridge attacks.
Yes,
yes.
Well, but it was updated every day. It was updated daily, and yet it didn't
change.
move. And so the indications were that it was going to be accurate come polling day.
And so much of what we've reflected on in the last 36 hours is turnout per se. A very strong turnout anyway, 69–70% across the country,
yes.
Very, very high. And of course, so much talk about the youth vote. How much in the run-up to this did all of us sit around and say that young people, which we define as 18 to 24, don't turn out and vote in such numbers as older demographics? That's just how it has been, hasn't it, in previous elections?
Yes.
What a change.
We certainly think so. We're still crunching the numbers on this, but it looks like the degree to which young people turned out was crucial in determining not just the size of Theresa May's majority, but the fact she didn't get one at all. And so we knew this would be a key issue, and that was one of the reasons that the pollsters and the different polling organisations had such wide-ranging estimates of the result. And so you had some saying, oh well, it'll be a majority of 100 for the Conservatives. You had others like us saying, oh no, it'll be a hung parliament. And that was all to do with the way that we all anticipated and modelled for youth turnout. And it's true that historically speaking, young people, particularly 18 to 24-year-olds, are far less likely to vote. This time around, however, they were far more likely to vote Labour, more so than in previous elections, where sometimes the Lib Dems have been able to get in on the game. But this time, that wasn't the case. Overwhelmingly, they were going for Labour, and the turnout was increased on previous groups. Now, they're still not the highest group. That's still the over 65s, but still, that significant increase has helped to get us to the situation that we're in now.
Very, very interesting, and much more polling to be done on all of that, of course, and analysis, I know. Thank you very much. We'll let you go for now. Thank you very much indeed, Joe Twyman from the polling organisation YouGov, and we will have plenty more from here at Westminster throughout the